Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now, your #1 source for tips, tricks, and everything you need to know for Fantasy Premier League football. Today, we're going to be going over my team selection and preview for Game Week 9. So if you're excited for the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 25 likes today. Leave a comment. What is your team looking like for Game Week 9? Subscribe if you're brand new. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, starting things off, with these team selection videos, what I usually like doing is going over my point total for the previous game week, then going over what my team is looking like at the moment for the next game week, and then any transfers that I'm going to make, which I'm definitely going to do this week because I have 2 free transfers, and I'm going to go over why I have 2 free transfers in a second. But starting things off, this was my team for Game Week 8. As you can see on your screen, it is an absolute shambles. Came through with 48 points. I didn't take any hits that week, but there is a reason I only got 48 points. It was my birthday on the Saturday, so I went out on the Friday night. Of course, the deadline was very early Saturday morning. I drank a little bit too much, slept through the deadline, and this was the result of it. So I've only got myself to blame, but it was my birthday, so I'm going to cut myself some slack. But as you can see, it just was not a good situation. Rudiger didn't play, Jota didn't play, Rafinha didn't play, Tierney got 1 point, hit the bar as well. That would have saved my game week. Semedo got 1 point because he conceded 2. Jimenez came on for the last few minutes, so he got 1 point. Antonio got a yellow card, so he got 1 point. Lukaku continues to blank, so he got 2 points. Sissoko and Sarr, Sissoko came off my bench. I didn't actually play him, but he only got 2 points. Sarr only got 2 points. Salah saving my game week with 26 points. I'm so thankful that I switched my captain to Salah like on Thursday or something. I was so happy that I did that. And then Livramento and Sanchez both bringing in 6 points as well, also making my game week look not as terrible. But I mean, it was unfortunate. If I did hit the game week and I made my transfers, I would have brought Son in for Jota, so I would have got a few more points from that, and it wouldn't have looked that bad because I think Son got like 8 or 9 points, so it would have put me on like the mid-50s, high 50s. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it was my birthday, so like I say, it only happens once a year. So that was my point total for Game Week 8. Going over to Game Week 9 though, my team is, it needs some help. It definitely needs some sorting out, but luckily, like I said, I have 2 free transfers. So in net, I have Sanchez. Not a great start, Man City at home. So it could be better. But yeah, I'm not expecting really any points from Sanchez. Maybe a couple of save points, but yeah, I could see this being like, well, to be fair, Brighton have been good, but I mean, with how well City played last night in the Champions League, won like 5-1. Yeah, I don't think Brighton are going to be in for a good time at all. I could see it being 3-0 or something to City. So yeah, 1 point, maybe even 0 from Sanchez if he doesn't make any saves. So fingers crossed he does make some saves, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the back 4, we have Livramento, Tierney, Semedo, and Rudiger. So happy that Rudiger is back. Like I said, I didn't think it was going to be that big of an injury, so I'm happy that he is back as quick as he is. A lot of people did transfer him out though, which I think is kind of good for me because that makes him a little bit more of a diffie, and then if he does pop off, gets a clean sheet, maybe scores, it's happy days. We're looking good. Semedo leads away. I'm not really wanting to play Semedo this week, so I might be transferring him out. Tierney, Aston Villa at home. I mean, we did just concede 2 against Crystal Palace, but Tierney did hit the bar, so I might keep him for 1 more game week and hope that he pops off. And then Livramento, Burnley at home. I think I'm now in the position where I have to play Livramento every week just because my team needs transfers in other departments, but I'm okay with that because Livramento, as I've spoken about many times, has some nice fixtures coming up. Burnley, Watford, Villa, and then Norwich. Like, I am absolutely fine with playing Livramento against those teams, and he is returning, and hopefully he gets an assist or even a goal at some point. That'd be mad. Coming in at midfield, we have Rafinha, Sarr, and Salah. Salah is my vice captain, but I really want to captain him, and I think that I might just do it. I don't even care that Lukaku's at home to Norwich. I might just go Salah. The form that he's in at the moment is so ridiculous that I just kind of want to captain him every single week. We've got Sarr away at Everton. I think it was a very unfortunate first game for Ranieri for Watford against Liverpool. It's just one of the worst fixtures he's going to come up against all season, and Liverpool were just on fire at the weekend. So yeah, I'm still got a bit of faith in Sarr. I still think he should hold him because even if he doesn't, get anything against Everton. He's then got Southampton at home, and then Arsenal, United, Leicester. Like, I'll probably get rid of him soon, but I don't need to get rid of him at the moment. There's other problems in my team. He's on pens as well, so I'm hoping that during one of the games he might get a lucky penalty or something like that. So yeah, he's just in the team at the moment, just simply because there's other problems in my team. And then Rafinha at home to Wolves. This is why I don't really want to play Semedo as well. I hate playing an attacker against a defender, because if your attacker gets a return, it means your defender's not going to get one, and if your defender gets a return, it means that your attacker probably didn't get one. So I don't usually like doing that at all, but I might have to do it this week depending on what transfers I make. So yeah, that's my midfield. And then up front I have Jimenez away at Leeds, Antonio at home to Tottenham, and then Lukaku at home to Norwich. So Lukaku has the armband at the moment, but he's not been returning. I mean, he has scored a couple of goals, but they have all been offside. We'll see if he starts in the Champions League tonight, because, as I said, Rudiger might start in the Champions League. I don't know if I want him to. I kind of think if he doesn't start tonight, then he's definitely playing at home to Norwich. And if he starts tonight, maybe that means that he might get a rest at home to Norwich. So I kind of don't want to see him play. But also, if he plays tonight, then I know he's okay, even though I know he's okay anyway. So yeah, I think part of me doesn't want him to play tonight. I also don't want Lukaku to play tonight as well, because if Lukaku plays tonight, he's probably not going to play at home to Norwich. And if he does play tonight, I might actually just transfer him out and bring in Jamie Vardy, which I'll go over in a second. There's so many different transfer plans that I've got like that in my head that yeah, I just need to sort out. The bench is obviously Steele, Jota, Sissoko and Williams. I'm not benching Jota, I'm getting rid of him this week. He's just on the bench because I'm definitely not playing him. So that's what my team's looking like at the moment, but as I said, I've got 2 free transfers. So going over to my team, I have 2 free transfers, as I just said, and 4 mil in the bank. So I got a bit of money to play with, and I've got a little bit of free transfers action to go on as well. So I need a good week this week to kind of compensate the bad week that I just had. So I really need to make some correct decisions. So there's a bunch of different avenues that I'm thinking of taking. Starting things off, my first thought is I'm going to get rid of Jota, and then I'm also going to get rid of Antonio. So this is like phase 1. So instead of Jota, I'm thinking of bringing in De Bruyne, who is super nailed, obviously, and very, very low owned. Like, his ownership is 3.2%. That's crazy, the fact that De Bruyne is so low owned. And then up front, I was thinking of bringing in Tony as well, which allows me still 1.2 mil in the bank. But Tony, I really need him to target these fixtures here. Like, Leicester at home, I'm absolutely okay with playing him against Leicester at home. It's like, what's better, Antonio against Tottenham at home or Tony against Leicester at home? They're both on penalties. But unfortunately, if I do keep Antonio, I can't bring in De Bruyne. I'm like a little bit of money off. I think I'm like 0.4 off or something like that. So I would have to bring in Tony. But I do want Tony anyway for Burnley, Norwich, Newcastle. So it's one of them, like, do I bring in De Bruyne and then lose Antonio? But again, Antonio's fixtures are so bad at the moment. Like, if I bring Antonio up here, I don't really want Antonio, because Tottenham at home is a tough fixture, but then he has Villa away, which is again another tough fixture. But then he has Liverpool, then he has Wolves, who have one of the best defenses in the league this season. Then he has City, then he has Brighton, then he has Chelsea. I'm much more inclined to bring Antonio in around this time. Like, I'm obviously going to bring him in for these fixtures because they're just so good. But for the next few, I don't necessarily need him. And I think Tony can outscore Antonio over the next few fixtures. So part of me is absolutely okay with bringing in De Bruyne and Tony. Plus, it gets rid of my Jota problem. The only thing about De Bruyne is he's obviously got Brighton and then Crystal Palace. It's just after that he has United, Everton and West Ham. But then I would also really, really like De Bruyne for Villa, Watford, Wolves, Leeds, Newcastle, Leicester and then Brentford. Plus, I have enough money if I did want to bring in Antonio to bring Jimenez in. The only problem with this as well is I can't bring Trent in. And plus, with Lukaku, what I really want to do is, after these 3 fixtures here, basically, Kane is a really good option to bring in. So game week 12, when Chelsea's fixtures go a little bit worse with Leicester and then United, you can easily get rid of him and then bring in Kane here for a tiny bit more money. He probably will go up in price by then, but again, I have money to play with. And then Kane, I really want to target these fixtures here. So Leeds, Burnley, Brentford, Norwich and Brighton. So that's kind of the situation I'm in right now. So that's what I want to do over the next few game weeks. But as of right now, I'm obviously not going to get rid of Lukaku for Norwich at home. Like, I need him for that fixture. But at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of the defense. So if I do bring in De Bruyne and Lukaku, I'd obviously play Tierney, Rudiger, and then either Semedo or Livramento. But I think Leeds away is a much worse fixture than Southampton at home to Burnley. So I would probably just bench Semedo, which he's probably going to return, knowing me. So it's, yeah, because it's either Tierney at home to Aston Villa or Semedo away at Leeds. But as I said, if Rafinha scores, then Semedo doesn't get a return, and then vice versa. So it's a tough one. I could also, if I keep Antonio in this week, and do that, I could also lose Jota, because I have to get rid of Jota this week. I just have to. Even though he might start against United, because obviously Bobby Firmino did start the Champions League fixture. But I do, I am eyeing up Mbeumo as well, who would give me so much money. I'd have 6 mil in the bank if I did that. But I also want to bring in Tony. So I would still bring in Tony as well, and I could bring in 2 Brentford players this week, which again is something I never thought I would say, and I would have 7.6 mil in the bank, which is just stupid money, and I don't need that much money just chilling. I would rather bring in another premium like De Bruyne. So I'm more inclined to bring in De Bruyne and Tony this week, but at the same time, I also really want to bring in Jamie Vardy, which is another issue. So if I do instead take out Mbeumo this week, and then I bring in Vardy instead of Tony, that still gives me 3.4 mil in the bank. I would like Vardy to target these fixtures. Like, Brentford's a tough one, but Arsenal at home and Leeds away are nice fixtures. And then after Chelsea, he has Watford, Southampton, Villa, Newcastle, which is more fixtures that I really, really want to target. And there's nothing saying that Vardy doesn't score against Chelsea either. So I do kind of want Vardy, but that means I can't have De Bruyne and I have no City players. So yeah, because the week after I would probably take out Jimenez for Tony, but Jimenez, I really need Jimenez for Norwich and Burnley away, the same as Semedo. So I'm in a massive situation here, and I might need your help, I'm not going to lie, because I just have so many different things that I could do. Another thing I could do is bring Trent back in this week, double up on Chelsea defense. I really don't know. It depends who plays in the Champions League. Like, and the thing is, this is a problem that I have right now, but if someone plays in the Champions League tonight and then gets injured, like if Lukaku plays tonight and gets injured, I'd have to take Lukaku out, which means I'd probably take Lukaku out for Vardy, which is fine, but then I'd have to also get rid of Jota, which means I'd have to play Antonio. It's just, yeah, I'm really hoping for no injuries tonight, even though I still have a problem without any injuries. So yeah, that's the situation that I'm kind of in at the moment. Please do give me your wisdom and what you think I should do. I have 2 free transfers. I don't want to take a -4. I just can't afford it after the shambles that I had last week. I just can't afford to take a -4. But I have to get rid of Jota. That's not even up for debate. He has to go this week. And then again, maybe Antonio as well for Tony or Vardy. Do I bring in De Bruyne? I'll have to have a think. But anyway, that's everything for today's video. Sorry I just rambled for like 5 minutes there at the end of it. I'm just going over what my thoughts are. But yeah, if you enjoyed anyway, drop a like. Let's try and hit 25. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. That's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.